There is this energy about beginning again. I had this Taylor Swift song stuck in my head, and the lyrics came in of throw your head back laughing like a little kid. And just this, I want to use the word whimsical energy. And it's from a song, I believe, that's called Begin Again. I watched it begin again. So you may be closing out something big, something that you've been cycling in for a while. And you're being asked to move into this next phase with a whimsical, yes, it can happen energy. Spirit, where would you like me to pull from in this very large stack of Rebecca Campbell cards? I think there's 5 decks, 6 decks in here, 6 of them. 6, a number of love, a number of better things coming. I think of the Lover's card in the tarot. I think of the 6 of Swords, where calmer waters are coming in. The 6 of Cups with like that energy of like cozy nostalgia, comforting type energy, good thoughts, good feelings around that. The 6 of Pentacles, that energy of receiving, especially from the divine. And the 6 of Wands, which is one of success. So really good energy that we're coming into this reading with already. And so I want to thank you for being here for this reading, for allowing me to read for you. I am pulling only for the highest good to help you keep in line with your highest and most divine path, with nothing nefarious attached to this this reading. May you get more truth, more clarity, and have better guidance from this. So I call in, for this specific reading, I'm calling in angels. I'm calling in angels working for the highest good of yourself and the collective. Yeah, definitely angelic energy. We're going to split right here. This card. Yes, and 2 more down. 1, 2. Which one am I reading? The bottom one. This one's an energy. Soul retrieval and double mission. Okay. All right. So it says Lightworker Starseed, serve the world by being you, soul retrieval. So this energy of calling former parts of yourself to you. That you are here serving a higher purpose. That you are here, I have chills with that. You are here serving a higher purpose. You already know this. You likely already know that you are a starseed or a lightworker, or maybe you identify with both of them. And that your greatest strength is you just being your authentic self still, and continuing to uncover what that means for you. What does your authentic self mean to you? And sometimes we find that in layers. Sometimes we find that through deeper looking into our soul origins, what kind of starseed that we have been in the past. I definitely do readings for that kind of thing. But you can ask questions as well. Like you're highly intuitive yourself. What is a lightworker starseed? What is that? So, the way I understand and believe for my truth is that a lightworker starseed is a soul that has had an existence prior to this earth. And that's not actually true for all souls. Some souls are earth born, and they are like their first existence is here on this earth. They were created specifically for this earth, and they have their own very strong power. But I don't know if you can see that those fireworks that just happened on the screen from whatever I did with my hands. I don't know what I did with my hands. I don't know what to do with my hands. But definitely there's that kind of bursting energy with these cards. You've got lots of light bursting with that. So a Lightworker Starseed, the Lightworker Starseed piece of it is you don't have a very like a particular place that you came from that you are incredibly tied to. So some people that came to this earth are here because they their soul came here with a particular mission for like one place. But this Lightworker Starseed energy is like you are here legitimately and specifically to help take the denser energy from this earth and purify it into more light. And it's heavy lifting. It means that you have a lot of denser, darker energy that flows to you and through you that you transmute, whether you realize that you're transmuting it or not, which can lead for your body to feel very unstable a lot of the time. Like if you aren't aware that that's what's happening, that things are like almost, you are magnetic for good, like for better, for worse, right? Like you're magnetic, and it can sometimes be like a moth to a flame, right? Like sometimes the things that you don't really want to come at you are coming at you. But you have a lot of powerful soul energy. I am going to read this one to you, but I'm going to read that after we pull some tarot, and then we're going to end with the Unshakable Inner Peace cards. So Orion's Animal Tarot, Orion being a very galactic word. It's spelled a little bit differently, but very galactic. You may have some ties to like the Orion's belt area. I know Mintaka is around there. I'm not sure if you've ever heard of that, but that's what's coming to my mind. Yeah, lots of injustice that tends to swing your way. Some of that darker energy that you are having to deal with in your life. It's a heavy load. But, you know, I'm hearing it is your cross to bear. You know, that's your cross to bear. That's what you came here to do, to be a heavy lifter, to be a light worker, to lighten the load for others and self. We have to take care of ourselves. Super important. On the bottom, the moon. Yeah. Bringing light to dark places. For sure. It's hard work. The Hermit card. Like going into the deepest depths, the darkness. There's like almost like a compass looking thing here. Like, you know, a way shower and wayfinder. Two of Wands coming out. Okay, we're going to read these. So Two of Wands, paths, following paths, olive branches. I don't know if these are actually olive branches, but they remind me of olive branches. You know, like this twig and a bird's mouth reminds me of an olive branch. May not actually be an olive branch. Two of Wands is often about thinking about the next step that you're going to take. Wands are action cards. The Nine of Pentacles, you may be walking alone a lot for this path, or be feeling very alone, but empowered at the same time. There's a cat on this. Cats are very independent animals, very playful also, childlike, that throw your head back laughing like a little kid. And this almost looks like a child on this as well. I don't know if you can see that. It looks like a child. This little light of mine, I'm going to let it shine in the dark. Let it shine in the dark. Cats are also like known as like very interdimensionally connected, having windows to the world. It almost looks like this cat is in front of a window of some kind. It looks like a window pane. And the Queen of Swords, your most authentic self. Did we talk about your most authentic self? Because that's what the Queen of Swords would be. Another bird here. It's resting on the handle. Fly, little bird, fly. All right, what do we have here inside? I love this book. I love the way that they write these. They're extremely helpful. Sometimes they're a little direct, which I love a good direct deck also. Solitude, self-reflection, contemplation. The lynx sits atop a mountain peak and pensively assesses the world in silence. Solitary by nature, it walks its path confidently, just like this cat, very solitary in nature and confident. It walks its path confidently and with its keen sight and awareness can see the many directions it can take. Lynxes symbolize many things, but chief among them are confidence, independence, peace, and patience. Though the lynx walks with grace and certainty, it knows that its ever-present compass is there for added guidance if needed. The hermit reminds us to not only find solace in solitude, but strength as well. When upright, the hermit shows you that you have questions that aren't being answered and suggests you look within for guidance. It invites you to pull away from the hustle and bustle of everyday life and engage with yourself to find the truth you seek. Very much Queen of Swords, truth energy. Spend some time alone to collect your thoughts and take stock of your current situation and or those burgeoning questions in your mind. An honest conversation with yourself can help hone your clarity and aid you in attaining true self-actualization. Ultimately, no matter what your conclusion is, this is a journey you know you need to take alone. The things you learn will shape you for the better. And then the Two of Wands. That's Three of Wands. We need Two of Wands. This one says discovery. I feel like that one just said something about like discovering truth. So discovery, accomplishment, and planning. Accomplishment reminds me of those sixes in the beginning with the good feelings, with the success, that success energy. So discovery, accomplishment, and planning. A pair of blue jays flit through the air, beaks laden with twigs to build their nest. They work together to prepare for their coming brood. In folklore, blue jays are credited as the creators of the earth, building it up with soil when all the world was water. They've also been termed servants of the devil, carrying kindling to hell to fuel its fires. The Two of Wands represents two important paths we can take, two facets of ourselves and of life. We must be mindful in the decisions we make and what sides of ourselves we show when interacting with others. When upright, this card emphasizes it's time to move forward and make progress. This position suggests you have a clear course of action from which to take a new burst of inspiration. You're about to discover a world of possibilities. Explore your options and assess the tools you have at your disposal. Success, there's that success card, that six of Wands. Success is within reach, and you might even see it on the horizon. This may involve stepping out of your comfort zone. Take comfort. Losing the familiar will give way to something better. You are within reach of the next stage of your journey. Hold your head high and go forth with confidence. So yeah, that energy of like moving on from something that has been familiar to you. I want to talk about that. It says, you know, they've also been termed servants of the devil, carrying kindling to hell to fuel its fires. So sometimes with all that dark energy that gets flung at us because we're just these like really bright lights as star seeds, we can get off kilter sometimes. We can be tempted to not make great decisions, not do the most loving thing, right? And that's when we need to bring more joy into our lives and like reassess things. And sometimes sitting in that silence and looking for that truth, finding that clarity, being really self-reflective can be helpful for us. Letting things flush away. I just had my toilet just make two like flush sounds. Okay, we have the Nine of Pentacles next. It's interesting because we're just like working our way through the book, because next is Pentacles, and in this book then it's Swords. A lot of the time the books have the Pentacles at the end instead of the Swords at the end. At least that's what I've noticed over the years. And so I think it's interesting that we had, you know, the major arcana card, then the Wands, then the Pentacles, and the Swords, and we're just working our way through. And that feels like a message for you also, to just keep working through things. Keep like diving deep into some of like, I want to use the word shadow work, but it's such a cliche, like trendy thing, but you know what I mean when I say it. Bringing to light some of the like not such, it's not, maybe not our things that we want the whole world to see, like bringing that to light for truth for yourself. I often have to look in the mirror and look at myself and go, man, I didn't really like how I felt about this thing, or how I thought about this thing, or how I responded to this thing over here, or how much that triggered me inside. And then I'll have to look at myself and say, hey, you're human. And sometimes you're going to, like, sometimes you're just going to not perform exactly the way that you would ideally like to perform. That's part of the human experience. And to give yourself grace and love for those moments, and to take time to think and feel about the beautiful things that you are, and a lot of the extra energy that you do have coming at you, and taking time to breathe through that, and intentionally say, I'm going to like bring this in, this energy that's around me, but I'm not going to let it affect me. I'm going to fill this entire space with love. I'm going to transmute anything negative, anything that's not helpful for me, anything that may be trying to weigh me down or hold me back or spill out onto others. I want to transmute that, change that, alchemize that into helpful energies, whether that be healing or love or protection or inner growth or inner cleansing, this spirit purification. And then as I exhale, I'm going to exhale all of, you know, this energy that maybe I didn't have a chance to transmute, and then take that back in again for another round, and do that a few times, like 5, 6 times, probably 6 because we had the number 6 come in. I don't know if 6s are like a number that you've been seeing or that you really, really like, but they just tend to be, I mean, I have 6 cards out in front of me right now too, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I don't know, 6 may be the magic number for you. But we have the 9 of Pentacles that we're going to. And this one says, rewards, self-control, and freedom. A playful cat curls around a yarn ball while surrounded by pentacles and framed by an ornate window. Cats are famous symbols for independence and luck, though they never fail to show love to those they favor. The 9 of Pentacles echoes the cat's 9 lives. The pentacles outside the window suggest that the cat has lived through a few of its lives, getting to a place of security, but it still has many left to enjoy now it's received the fruits of its past labor. We must take time to revel in the life we've worked so hard to achieve. When upright, the 9 of Pentacles suggests you've worked hard to achieve a sense of equilibrium. You may have honed your skills and applied for a better job. Maybe you've gone back for more education and now the opportunities are rolling in. Abundance is flowing freely, and this is your sign that it's finally time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. Throw your head back like a little kid and just watch yourself begin again. Treat yourself, buy something you've always wanted, and don't be afraid to pamper yourself with a massage or new outfit. Live freely with the security you've worked hard to attain. And then the Queen of Swords coming out here at the end. Self-reliant, sophisticated, and communicativeness. A small hummingbird sits on the pommel of a sword, staring out into eternity. Flowers intertwine with the design of the sword's guard, symbolizing the marriage of truth and action as well as the versatility of nature. Hummingbirds are thought of as emissaries between the gods and mortals. The Queen of Swords reminds us to remain independent of outside influence and communicate fairly, clearly, and kindly with those around us. When upright, the Queen of Swords represents a synthesis between mental clarity and the intellectual power represented by the Suit of Swords. You have developed a level of maturity along your journey to enlightenment, and now it's time for you to utilize that and other skills when dealing with the world around you. You seek the truth in all matters, remaining receptive to all points of view involved. Don't put up with idle chatter. The Queen is self-actualized. We've seen that word twice now, right? On the journey to self-actualization and now self-actualized. Keep your head held high and your face pointed toward the truth, no matter where your journey may take you. You'll catch more flies with honey than vinegar. Gaining support right now trumps getting even. Getting along. Don't go along to get along, but get along. Get along. Okay, we have one more card here that I am very much called to pull, but I want to read this one next, and then we'll grab this one out of here. It's the double mission. It's on page 56. How can you serve the world by being you? Lightworker Starseed. Lightworker Starseeds are mission and purpose oriented. Many have the feeling that time's running out and there's something they came here to do, create, or contribute. They're here to grow as souls individually, their individual mission, and also to contribute to the planet in some action-oriented way, the collective mission. Their collective mission is often answered through a career calling or by devoting their life to something bigger. Until they remember their collective mission, it can feel as if something's missing and that they're forgetting something important. It's common for Lightworker Starseeds to feel that they're different, and they may carry soul memories of being visible or sharing their voice. That soul retrieval, those soul memories, those past things that help you become who you are today. As such, they may protect themselves by dimming their light in order to fit in, or by spending some time in some sort of closet, such as a spiritual closet. If you pull this card, you're being called to remember your collective mission and step into it even more fully. You're being reminded that your role as a light worker is to light up the world with your presence. This doesn't have to be a great big thing or a decision you need to make. You also don't need to have a great big plan. If you resonate with being a light worker, all you need to do is work out what lights you up, your passions, your joys, and keep doing that. When you trust and follow the simple path of things that light you up and then lose yourself in the doing, you'll light up the world without even trying. Throw your head back like a little kid, and that will light you up. Things that bring you joy. Okay. The last one is this unshakable inner peace. Again, thank you so much for letting me read for you. And if I didn't say that already, it's always an honor. And thank you for purchasing this reading. If someone else happens to stumble across this and it helps them because it resonates so deeply with them, that's wonderful. That just means their guides brought them this direction because they needed a similar message. And maybe they didn't have the courage to reach out to have me read for them. But I welcome you to reach out to me to have me read for you if that happens to be you. This is, though, for a very specific individual Their first name starts with a C, and I will put their initials on the YouTube video so that they know it's for them, as well as sending them the link privately so that they know that this reading is for them. I try to keep a little bit of anonymity still for those people. What do we have for this individual, please? Everyone is on their own journey. How can you focus more on your own path? It's still giving that very independent vibe that we've gotten with like 3 of the different cards here. It's card number 31. And this one says, when we dive deeper into a personal growth journey, we awaken more of our natural essence. We start to see the path forward with more clarity, and this can invigorate us. You've pulled this card as a reminder that every person on the planet is on their own journey, and your path is for you. We all have the same destination, to arrive at the truth of love, of the love we are. But the ways we reach this awareness differ. Know that you have different soul lessons from those around you. You can still honor your own growth while allowing others to be where they are. This calls for radical compassionate acceptance. So often we want those around us to be where we are or do what we want, but this is not the law of life. Let people be in their own time and space and focus on your own journey, and you will empower others with your divine presence. There is nothing to change or fix about anyone. You don't need to make their lives better or try to save anyone. Only they can do that for themselves. Instead of giving so much attention to others, focus on your own path. You are on a very different path, and this requires faith and trust in yourself. This is an important opportunity to look at where you've been giving power to others by trying to control how and who they are. Return to your power by staying on your own aligned path. There is a great moment here. Trust yourself and your divine plan. This also says the additional meaning. The dolphin spirit animal represents harmony and balance. Dolphins are intelligent and in tune with their natural instincts. You may call on dolphin energy to help you realign your center and focus on your own path with more joy. The dolphin is playful and doesn't take life too seriously. Throw your head back like a little kid. A further reminder to approach your life with more humor and joy. I hope that this resonated for you. I hope it gave you more clarity and guidance for your journey. And if I don't see you in a one-on-one session, of course, I wish you well on your journey. And again, thank you so much.